with Dogmen Plus Care. This week, the Strypes join us live in studio. Eric tracks down U2 in Seattle, and there's music from Jamie Duff.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.
And you are very welcome to the JOE Show.
Such an excited crowd. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm still Owen.
I'm still Paddy.
Yeah.
And what a brilliant crowd we've got. Look at them. They're amazing. They're on the ball.
There's a good-looking bunch of people in this evening.
Handsome people.
Now, no pressure this week, folks. We had an unbelievable audience last week. They were great crack. They were up for
locked.
everything. Like,
They were
locked.
flaming.
I don't think you'd say that they were locked. They were just high on life. That was it. They were filled with a joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre, 7 for 6 in Dunstores right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think that's what I was talking about. But we've got some great interviews coming up for you guys this evening, and for everybody watching at home. We're also going to make a grown man cry, hopefully, before the end of the show. Don't worry, not in a nasty kind of way, in a kind of like, oh, we made all your dreams come true kind of way. Plus, one of you guys watching at home will be in with a chance of winning €1,000 tonight. That's in our brand new game called 1,000 to 1, and I can feel it in my bones. The winner's coming. We haven't had a winner the last 2 weeks, but someone's going to win that money.
If you want to be in with the chance of winning that €1,000, all you have to do is simply tag a mate that you think deserves that money, and we will be calling one of you back before the end of the show to play 1,000 to 1. It really is that easy.
It's so easy.
Now, what about that internet? It's come good again this week, hasn't it? I didn't
that
expect
internet,
it to be,
what's that
but
internet like?
It's turned up.
Exactly. I mean, like, there was the Trump thing. He was leaking the information. People were calling him much cleverer people than me. Not the leader of the free world, the leaker of the free world.
See what they did there.
You also had Chelsea unsurprisingly winning the Premier League, and Ireland unsurprisingly winning, or not winning, the Eurovision, actually. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's a tough break. But let's kick off with news of fashion. And you know that gas mate that you had that wore a mankini. Hilarious stuff.
That was Paddy, that wasn't me.
This guy,
I didn't wear a
that
mankini.
guy is going to be very much interested in the brand new male play suit, which is here just in time for summer months. I don't know if anybody in the audience will be brave enough to wear one. This is a play suit. It's called the Romp Him as opposed to the Romper. Now, I don't know what a romper is either. But the guys that have come up with this, it's a Kickstarter that has already raised $40,000. Now look at how good that looks at a sports game. Like, this is perfect for sports.
I'm still not convinced by these things. I'm not thinking I'm going to be wearing one of those.
You don't think he looks amazing?
I don't think so.
What about sports and county colours?
Oh, well, now you're talking.
There you go.
Can you patent that, actually?
There's a man that looks incredibly elegant.
There it goes. Okay, I'm convinced. I would like to get my hands on one of those, but unfortunately, they're not available in Ireland just yet, so you're not going to see one here in Ireland.
That's what you think. Can we pull a camera over here to cameraman Colin?
Oh, there's Colin. That's amazing. You got your hands on one of those pantsuits. That's incredible. But they're not actually in Irish shops just yet.
But you got yourself a play suit. I think he looks great.
He's working that. He's working that.
Can we get a big round of applause for cameraman Colin?
Just being who he wants to be. Oh, and a twirl as well. He actually did a twirl. So those play suits coming to a stag near you, I'm sure, matching play suits. Speaking of stags, actually, there are lovely stag spots up and down the country. You've got Galway, Carrick and Shannon, obviously close to your house as well. If you're feeling particularly fancy, you can hop on the ferry and head over to Holyhead. But that's a little bit too swanky for us. But add this location to the list of stag destinations. It's the very top of Crowpatrick, where one Father Ted-themed stag party managed to ascend Crowpatrick. You can see them there. You can see Bishop Brennan in the back. You can see down with this sort of thing there as well. They actually decided to head up the mountain.
Why would you bloody go up a mountain though for stag? There's a lot of options at sea level, I think, here that you can just go for.
It's
a lot flatter places, Carrick and Shannon.
There's
no mountains there.
It's not enough for later. So there were 15 of them started off, but only 6 of them managed to make it up to the top. There's the proof. Jesus made it up. He's got superpowers, so it's no problem for him. The others, they also managed to make it up there, but we were missing a few.
The dirty half dozen. What happened to the other 9 that didn't make it to the top?
They were stuck in the tunnel of goats.
Obviously the tunnel of goats. And now we don't normally do breaking news on the JOE Show, but this is, I'm literally getting this in my ear right now. Breaking news.
It's not my ear.
This is a big one. This is about one of our favourite sons of era. It's the news of. Have you ever heard of Paddy Losty?
Oh Jesus, Paddy!
Have you ever heard of legendary pint man Paddy Losty?
You're banging
this is
on
Paddy
about
Losty, the first sighting of legendary pint man Paddy Losty at a sports game. This is Paddy Losty. It's a flag at a recent game. This is Saracens against Claremont. It has. You're all fans of Paddy Losty, I presume, at this stage. Legendary point man.
No. It's just Paddy has been going on about Paddy Losty No, stop shouting for him. No, it's gone too far. You're obsessed with him.
Do you want to hear more about Paddy Losty?
Not really.
Are you familiar with Pipe Man's Brew? Oh
no,
man,
actually,
it's Pipe Man's Delight. It's even better than Pipe Man's Brew. You got to check this out. This is a home brew. This is Paddy Losty.
You've given Pipe Man Paddy Losty enough time. We're moving on. Okay, so up next now, you may have seen this doing the rounds on the internet over the past couple of days, and it was the rapper Bow Wow. Actually, he's not Lil anymore. He's moved on from that, but he was posting on Instagram that he was heading over to New York on his private jet, which is something celebrities do.
Yeah,
look at that, very fancy looking. But what happened, Lil Bow Wow, unbeknownst to him, he was pictured later that day actually taking a commercial flight, and he wasn't on his private jet as he first kind of claimed. So someone recognised him, took the picture, so he was caught rotten, basically. But the brilliant thing about this was that the Bow Wow challenge was born off the back of it. And all this basically is, it's lying on the internet, which happens all the time anyway. But people all over the world have been doing this. Basically, you picture yourself somewhere incredible, doing something really cool, and then you make your friends jealous, and you reveal it to just be one big massive lie. Very sneaky. Someone pretended to be at the beach there, obviously, in front of their computer. Someone pretended to be Da Vinci. He did die 100 years ago. So, and then this is my favourite, at the big game, but clearly that was a team effort, the three of them doing that. So please do send us in your Bow Wow challenges in the comments below if you have done that yourselves as well.
Now, every week there's a brand new health fad that we have to check out. This week we send the Shifts lads along to chat to two lads who are at the forefront of the healthy food eating movement.
Good evening and welcome along to Dossing with Damian, an extra special episode for you this evening, coming at you live and talking to two of Ireland's self-confessed environmental ambassadors, Jamie Dowen and Chandler.
Chandelier.
Chandler.
Say it again, chandelier.
Chandelier.
Finally.
Chandelier O'Dowda. Is that correct?
No doubt about it, man.
Great to have the two of you here this evening. Anyway, gentlemen, both founding members of the Social and Progressive Syndicate. Is that right?
SAPs for short.
We're saps.
So known to your friends and family then as Total Sap.
I'd say rarely a fortnight goes by down the local farmers market someone doesn't come up to us and say, God, what a pair of saps.
What are the benefits of this eco-friendly life?
Well, first of all, Damien, I can bloody sleep at night, you know what I mean?
I can bloody well sleep at night, Damian. The only hunting and gathering I'm gonna be doing is for bargains and veg. And to be honest, it kind of strikes me as just a little bit blind if it's gonna even like...
Fair point, though.
So, what do you guys eat on a daily basis?
Weekend, a little bit of a treat, probably a watercress salad.
Yeah, maybe some rocket pickled beans. And of course, rashers.
Rashers.
Rashers in the morning, rashers in the evening.
Rashers at twilight.
The whole point of having you two on the show was that you're eco-warriors and that they don't eat meat.
Rashers aren't meat, you moron.
We don't eat meat. How could rashers be meat? They're rashers.
Are you missing a brain cell, man? Let's go to the pond with some bread and feed the rashers. Have you ever been afraid to go to work and someone's not at home to look after your rasher?
I suppose you're going to send a rasher into space next grow up.
Here's one. When was the last time David Attenborough said the word rashers?
I suppose you've got an aquarium full of rashers at home, don't you?
We put a little saddle on some rashers and you can ride them around at the weekend or something.
Go down to the Galway races, see all the rashers racing each other, I suppose.
You can have a fiver each way on rasher number 1 and rasher
Rashers
number 2.
wouldn't win. They're a plant, man.
Come from the ground, you moron. Do your fact check.
No, if we keep losing the rainforest, the rashers won't have anywhere to live, as if they're rashers.
Yeah, man, cop on, for God's sake.
Get with it.
Do your homework.
Go away.
I'd like to thank Chandler and Jamie for their time here on Dossing with Damian, and thank you at home for tuning in. Back to the guys in the studio.
It's Chandelier, you said it wrong again.
Okay, mate.
It's Chandelier.
Actually, also, my name's Jemiah. I didn't want to say anything.
All right, now it's time for the magic cover with Jamie Duff, standing beside me ready to roll. But let me first of all explain how it works. In association with Dove Men Plus Care, Jamie needs to pick up as many likes as possible when he performs his magic cover. At the end, we'll count up all the likes and we will add them to our leaderboard. So if you like what you hear from Jamie Duff, make sure that you click like when he plays. So, playing tonight's magic cover, All Works Out by the Riptide Movement. It's Jamie Duff.
I can't bear to see you this way. Your heart is heavy, your eyes plain to see. I know you feel lost, I know you feel scared, I know you feel down. I'm with you every step of the way. Tomorrow's a new day, but it all works out. It all works out. It all works out. All works out. Well, I know you'll get through this. I know you'll get by. I know you can do this. I'm with you every step of the way. Tomorrow's a new day, but it all works out. It all works out. It all works out. All works out. Well, I am with you. I have your back. You have my heart too. 'Cause it all works out. It all works out. It all works out. All works out.
Oh, that was amazing. Let's hear it for Jamie Duff one more time. That was a brilliant cover, like totally different to the original, man.
As I said, I tried to put my own little spin on it with a bit of alternate tune and stuff. Put a bit of character to it.
I liked it. We'll see how people liked it in a second. But first of all, it has been a wee while. The last time I saw this man was side of the road, pausing at the Euros.
Correct.
5 years ago.
I know, what a trip. As I said, unfortunate about the results, but trip of a lifetime, I'll never forget.
Watching your brother Damian in action and playing the Rattling Bog, and I thought your version of the Rattling Bog was I think it's the definitive version. That version on the side of the road now I'm talking about.
Well, I think lots of pints of Guinness inspired it. So
that was brilliant. What plans for the summer?
I'm going in to record a new EP now very shortly, so which I'm excited to showcase my new songs. I'll be playing with a band I play in, the Luna Boys. Will be doing Longitude and Electric Picnic, so stay tuned to that.
Okay.
It's going to be a good, busy summer.
All right, let's keep an eye out for Jamie Duff. All right, Owen, let's see how we got on in the magic cover.
Here we go. Hello there, everybody. Another round of applause for Jamie Duff, please, there. That was... Thank you very much. Duffer. Now, I'm a big fan of the original of that song, but I think that's my favourite version of it now. So, Jamie, congratulations. We're going to see, what's that number? We're getting the number 3. Let's see. Now, let's see. Katie Cassidy set the bar pretty high with 51 likes, 43 likes from Crossing Paths last week. Jamie, you have got 40 likes this week. So, oh, listen, it was a brilliant effort, though. Still, another, please. You know, it didn't all work out. It didn't all work out. An amazing version, exactly. Paddy, you get back here now. Paddy, you no, Paddy, you get back here now. Get back here. You sit yourself back down. You've got a show to do. Okay, now. Up next, we are normally joined by Cayman Power at this point of the show, but this week he's off on a very special adventure. You can follow the Joe Instagram page to see how he's getting on. But we thought we'd delve head first into the transfer market, and we picked up the best thing coming out of Sligo, basically, since those two lads who could sing out of Westlife as well.
Three lads.
No, the two lads could sing. That was it, basically.
Cian as well, you know.
Cian. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's Joe Gorman, everybody.
Joe Gorman.
Yeah. Now, we're not bitter about the fact that Cayman can't be here, but we're just going to get over that fact. We knew you were here, and that's the main thing. Joe, you and Cayman, though, were on a very important mission this week. What was it all about?
Well, Paddy, we set ourselves a very simple task. We got cheap flights, €15, then we paid into the executive lounge of Dublin Airport, and we tried to stay there as long as we possibly could, spending as much as we could.
Right. Seems reasonable.
Seems
like a good idea.
This is a really useful piece of research here. This is a PhD potentially study here we've got. So it's executive lounge. It's pretty swanky. So I presume you guys dressed up accordingly. You can't stick out here.
Well, yeah, Cayman told me to dress as I would going to any executive business meeting. So
Okay. All right, let's see how you got on to
advice.
start.
The reason I'm wearing a suit is to blend in and look like a businessy type person. And yeah, I told Joe to do the same. So I just have to wait for him now, and I'll check back in when he arrives. What are you wearing?
Wow.
That is an incredible get-up.
Who were you wearing? That's the first question.
well, that was my spring-summer collection, you know, for the yacht.
Okay. I mean, it looked absolutely amazing. So, how did you? We want to know, like, did you fit into the executive lounge? Did you? Were you the guys that looked the part?
Paddy, we stuck out like 2 sore thumbs in the middle of the lounge.
Okay.
Well, like, because like I've never been in an executive lounge in my life, so I wouldn't have known any different anyway. But what did you guys expect before you were heading in there?
Well, Cayman's no stranger to executive lounges, and he thought, you know, champagne, silver cutlery, a wet room or two, but it wasn't quite what we expected.
Okay. Well, let's see how the lads got on in the executive lounge at Dublin Airport.
Got my ticket, I've got my passport, and I'm waiting for Joe Gorman to arrive. We've got a few bits of food. This is round 1. What year is it?
95.
Back for more. We're actually changing lounges. Joe is already there. I'm going to go down and see if I can come in now. Is that a new suit? Maybe. Right. Yeah, we found there's a little room in here that we could just take to ourselves. You having a good time, Joe?
Yeah, it's all right. What have we been here? About 4.5 hours?
It is 10 to 10. The place is actually closing. Bit of an issue because we don't know how to actually get out, and there's nobody around.
Yeah, it's like fucking apocalypse now.
We
Good morning, brother.
That was.
Welcome to the rest of your life.
Well, congratulations. So just watching that back, there's a couple of questions springing right now. I don't want to know what a wet room is, first of all, but like you did get kicked out at the end of the day there.
Yeah, of course. Well, the last flight was leaving. We were spotted, and we were politely asked to get out.
Okay. And a change of suits midway through. Lady Gaga-esque there. Just.
Well, I always have evening wear with me, you know.
Always.
Yeah.
This is just a massive shield for Joe Gorman's new suits.
so.
I don't
I
know if
think
maybe
so.
this
Available
is
now.
So you were on a mission, and I see you do have a little bag of goodies here. So are these the goodies from the actual executive lounge?
It's actually not so little, as you can see.
The audience are delighted with this because they're going to get loads of free packets of crisps and all.
Crips, your 5 a day.
5 a
you
day,
know, we got
perfect.
some beverages, and then reading material.
lots of. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to see, because this was a big task that you were set to see exactly. Could you be up? Were you up after your trip to Dublin Airport? And you didn't go anywhere. You're supposed to go to Brussels and Birmingham. This is what you spent, all right? So there's your expenses. Your flight's €30, your admission to the lounge 40, and then all the various bits and pieces, including stuff like mini body wash, not sure why, and some cheese and crackers and mini brownies. So the big question is, what was the end profit? 5 hours in the executive lounge in Dublin Airport. What exactly is it worth? And the answer is €89 and
Fair play to you. That's amazing. That's incredibly impressive.
Wow.
I'm genuinely impressed with that. But was there anything else that went on during the day? Anything else of note?
Not really. We're just, you know, eating,
Just
reading the
eating.
paper.
Having a couple of drinks.
Nothing else at all that you'd like to show us that would have happened at Dublin Airport on the day.
Nothing, no. Well, not that I can think of.
That's right. I was going to call you, Joe Gorman, a liar here live on Facebook because your partner in crime, Cayman Power, sent us this exclusive behind-the-scenes footage that you didn't know was going to get released tonight from the executive terminal.
Watch on, boy.
Shampoo, the works. So it may be the end of the heat wave, but here at Dublin Airport, it's still looking like warm showers.
Yeah, we're after the watershed, are we? We are after the watershed.
I sent that to Cayman in the strictest.
Joe Gorman, everybody!
Joe
Give it up for
Gorman.
one more
We're going to have to
time!
have words with Cayman. Sorry about that.
Thanks so much. More from Joe and from Cayman next week. All right, July 22nd is going to be one of the biggest gigs of the summer. You two are coming to Croke Park. Now, in the office, one of their biggest fans, well, he failed to get tickets for that one show because he thought there was going to be 3 or 4 more shows announced. Gareth Brooks, you know, you saw how well that worked out. Well, we're awfully nice people. So we decided that we would give him a U2 related surprise. And this is what happened.
We want to send you over to Seattle for the U2 gig.
What? I'm here in Seattle outside of CenturyLink Stadium, home of the Seattle Seahawks, and we are here to see U2 kick off the American leg of the Joshua Tree World Tour. It's 2 hours before the gates open. There is a massive queue here, thousands here. The sound check has just started, the crowd has just started singing and screaming. The excitement is building, it's going to be magical. Come on, let's talk to some fans. Is that whetting your appetite? Are you getting excited now?
Oh man, super excited.
Where have you come from?
I flew to Vancouver to see their first show from New York.
We flew in from Phoenix.
You haven't come all the way from Australia to see this show, have you?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
That's devotion right there. Australia.
We took the bus down here, so we want to see the second show.
And you're going to Dublin to see them in Croke Park
And I'm
in
going to
July.
go see them in Dublin in July, yeah.
They need to come and see us. They haven't been there for a long time.
Bono, if you're watching, will you get to Australia?
I'm from Southern California. Been up here a couple months. We have some weather that's very familiar to Ireland, right?
Yeah. Is there a track from the Joshua Tree that you're so looking forward to hearing tonight? One? Just one track? Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean. We've spoken to the fans. The excitement is building. We can still hear the sound check in the background. We're so excited. We can't wait to go in. I'm hearing a little birdie who's told me, yeah, see this here?
Sorry, that's your backstage.
Oh, backstage passes. Yeah, we're going in to see Bono and the boys. Yeah.
People who voted for Trump are very welcome here. He's not that he's clamouring to get in.
I felt people were listening in a way, in an attentive way, that they hadn't for a few tours, maybe ever, actually.
So you might do an anniversary tour for every album you've released?
Well, I don't know about that.
I missed out on a ticket because I got blasé thinking you're going to put on about 3 or 4 gigs, so thanks for that.
Sorry, lads. Okay, see you later.
So U2 have just finished their gig in Seattle here tonight, and it was just phenomenal. I've been to a few U2 gigs, and that was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. The imagery, the music, the passion, the atmosphere, spine tingling. For all those people going to Croke Park in July, you are in for an absolute treat. It is U2 at their finest, at their best, at their greatest. You are going to have a ball.
What an amazing story. I think the only thing that would really top that off is if we had Eric Lawlor here in the studio joining us.
To see
and here he is, Eric Lawlor is actually joining us. He's jetted in the whole way from Seattle. Now, Eric, you're watching that back with like a sense of disbelief on your face. What was it like for you?
Like even just looking at that there now, the hairs are standing on the back of my neck. I'm only off the plane 2 hours. I'm jet lagged to hell, and even that last video there where I might look a little bit emotional and slightly intoxicated, because I was slightly emotional and intoxicated. So, but it was an amazing gig, and just to get to meet the lads as well was incredible.
Well, this is what I was wondering about, because today is Tuesday. Yeah. The gig was on Sunday night. That was about 30 hours ago, basically. Yeah. So did Bono? You were backstage with him, but did he know the real Eric Lawlor?
we were standing like all the Irish journalists were around. Bono was holding court. He was doing a little press conference or whatever, and then he stood up and all the journalists jumped on him to get a selfie, and I was like at the back going, oh, I missed my chance, and I just said, you only get one chance. And I walked up to him and said, how are you, Bono? I said, I'm Eric Lawlor from Joe. I'm a fellow Finglas man. He looked at me and he went, oh, Eric,
I know who you are.
In a kind of threatening kind
I
of
could
way.
have just died there and been happy. I really could, you know.
Well, Eric Lawlor, thanks a million and congratulations.
Amazing.
A beautiful story.
All right, are you guys ready for our special guest here this evening? You want to
Yes,
bring out the
I think
special
so.
guest? I think it's time for a special
I
guest.
think so.
All right, before we bring them out, they're one of Ireland's hottest young bands. Let's have a look at their brand new video and single. This is called Behind Closed Doors.
Here they come. Here come the
Please,
Strypes.
welcome to the Joe Show, the Strypes.
Lovely to see you.
Boys.
Nice getting on. Look at these suits. You can take that one. That's good to see you.
Air five. Kisses.
Air
blow-
five. Air five. Look at
Um,
those suits. They're incredible.
It's the Strypes, everybody.
Yeah, you can relax there. You're fine. You're
boys,
fine.
thanks so much for joining us in the studio. Really appreciate it. Now, we just had a U2 story there. Any connection with anybody in the band? Rock and roll?
My
royalty?
uncle Ned O'Hanlon used to do that. He managed the Zoo TV project thing they did in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So,
Fine stuff.
have you been anointed by Bono then? Is that like the thing that happens?
Christened by Bono.
Christened by Bono?
Yeah.
He wanted to call me Bono, but no.
Well, speaking of, you mentioned management there, because you guys are you managed by Elton John, or how does that work? What's that relationship there?
Not personally.
Not personally,
yeah,
not
no,
personally.
It's just he has a management company in the UK that we signed with a couple of years ago.
We saw that clip of because we watched the documentary, which is amazing. That documentary is so honest. I can't believe how honest you guys were when you were talking about music. I was like, please don't say anymore. Like you're always talking yourself out of jobs. But it was an amazing documentary. But there's that moment where Elton John, like he seems to have a problem with the word.
Cavan.
What is how does he call it?
Cavan.
It's
He brings a
strange.
level of exoticism to it, you know. It's like
He does.
You don't like call him Elton or anything like that? No, just to kind of return the favour. Just do
He's
that.
got it's an AN thing because he calls Ed Sheeran Ed Sheeran.
It's Sheeran.
And he genuinely does. It's like it's the way I don't understand it. But I don't think anyone has the balls to just tell him.
Just
that
tell him.
he's
Well,
being
he's
wrong.
Elton John. You're not going to say
When
that.
you're like in circles in LA and what, do you kind of like introduce yourselves as from Cavan as well? Is that just a thing
It's
you
a
do
done
to
thing.
just fit in?
Surprisingly, no one's ever asked us where we're from. What? Yeah, I don't care.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, speaking of where you're from and where you were going, because I know you're touring Japan later on this year. You will be. But you were there before. So what's the connection there? Were you surprised when you found out you're actually big in Japan?
well, it was crazy, yeah, because we've been there, I think, 4 times so far, and so we'll be going again twice this year. We'll be doing the Fuji Rock Festival in July, and then doing a full tour in November. So I mean, the first time was a serious culture shock, but it's a great place to visit, you know. It's
And what's like, because you know, like Japan has that reputation of being weird. So like, anything weird happened to you guys in Japan?
We got there and everyone said, oh, it's really futuristic and everything you see will be in Ireland or in England in 10 years in the future. They're 10 years ahead and all that sort of crack. And the only thing that was new was the taxis had doors that opened themselves. But the first taxi we got when we were back in England, the door opened itself as well. So we caught up pretty quick.
You weren't over there for like 10 years. It was just pretty...
They got them in Cavan as well. Look, there were lots of people getting in touch with the show and saying hello to the Strypes Store brand, to Graham Grundy, Dean Tilley, Owen Gallagher, Emma Duffy, Gail Dooley Butler. Lots of people saying that they're glad to see that the Strypes are back. Lads, is it all right if we play a wee game for you? Because we spend a lot of time, energy and expense.
Resources
and coming up with a really fancy...
Yeah.
It's a really fancy graphic. So I want to tell you, are you ready to play? Are you caving me on? Here we go. Let's play. Are you caving me on?
Are you caving me on? That took a good, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes for somebody to make that up there on the screen. It's pretty impressive.
Some random Cavan facts. Some of them are true, and some of them we're caving you on. All right, okay. Yeah. So can we just shoot them out here? You can confer. It's like Blackbird Jungle. You can confer if you want. So our first random Cavan fact that may be true or maybe caving you on is. This is a good one to start us off. The character of Gulliver in Gulliver's Travels, I'm sure everybody here in the room has read it, was inspired by Jonathan Swift's trip to Cavan, where he encountered Big John Doty, a man so strong that he could carry a Labrador on his shoulders. Is that true, or are we Cavan a laugh?
True.
Written
in Virginia. Yeah.
You're going to say it's true. Lads, it's actually Cavan a laugh because, as we all know, Big John Doty carried a pony on his shoulders. Anybody could carry a Labrador on their shoulders. I mean, I could do that.
I'm going to give you that point anyway. You was
No.
almost there.
This is a serious quiz.
The second, you need to take it seriously though. Okay, so second
Take it
point,
seriously.
legendary American.
Whoa! Play the graphic.
Get the
That's
graphic
important.
up
I
there.
want to say, are you calving me on? That's the name of the quiz.
We need to get our money's worth out of that graphic.
Do you know? Do you get that? It's important though.
So legendary.
Are you calving me on?
Legendary
No, I don't get
American.
that.
This is fact number two. Fact number two. Legendary American football quarterback Tom Brady's great granddad is actually from Cavan.
Whoa!
Is that true? Are we?
I think this is true.
Are we going to go through?
You going to say it's what do the audience think? Is it true? Or
I think it's true.
Tom Brady, one of the most. Brady laugh. That doesn't really work quite as much, but I like the effort. But you know what? It's actually true. His great granddad did come from Cavan, and you know this because Tom Brady never quits banging on about it and the Stripes as well in all of his speeches.
Okay, we've got.
You were talking about it when I heard.
Oh, you were talking. You did hear us behind the
No,
scenes.
that never
That's
happened.
fine. No.
So this we've got time for one more. So let's play. Is it true or are we
more for the
play the graphic one more time? Are you calving me on?
Yeah.
Why would you not just roll that out every time? Because 7 minutes of work went into that. Here's your final question. Because you're 1 out of 2. You need to get 2 right to pass this, lads. All right.
There's no prize.
The Stripes. Cavan is one of 3 Ulster counties that aren't part of Northern Ireland or the north of Ireland. Legend says that Michael Collins tried to give Cavan to the Queen, but she replied, "Come here, your grand thanks." Is it true, or are we Cavan a laugh?
More specific.
It's going to sound like it's false, but it isn't.
Is it true, or are we Cavan a laugh?
Yeah.
You're calving me on, I think.
We might have
I
to.
would say we're going to go.
Now you have to say Cavan a laugh. If
That's
you know the name of the show. Do you want to see the graphic again?
Is that
You're the one going on the
I know.
Is it true, or are we Cavan you on? Thank you.
Is that a
But you know how
verbatim
you said the
quote?
Labrador and the pony thing the last time?
Oh yeah,
It was a bit
It's
sneaky.
not like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. There have been trick questions in there. So did the Queen reply to Michael Collins, "Come here, your
Come
grand"?
here, your grand. She definitely 100% didn't say. I know the Queen. She didn't say that. She would never talk about that. She's a very classy
So
lass.
what's your answer? Final answer.
False.
You're going to say. What's your answer?
You're Cavan's on.
Cavan is.
It's
It's the right answer. The Queen, of course.
Play the graphic. Play the graphic one more time. One more time.
The Queen, of course, she loves
Yeah.
Cavan, and she's in a darts league in Ballyjames stuff. There you go.
Perfect,
So
perfect.
We have a thing about Cavan that no one here knows, that there's 365 lakes in Cavan, one for every day of the year.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Roll the graphic again.
Roll the graphic. That's
Roll the
why not?
graphic.
Come on.
Cheap
First of French
laughs.
lived in
Cheap
Cavan.
laughs. So
Boys,
that's you've got a new album coming out. That's coming out on the 16th of June. And you'll be doing a launch. Where is it? In Tower Records in Dublin.
On lunchtime.
Perfect. Lunchtime. On lunchtime in Tower Records. A couple of gigs coming up. If you want to see the Stripes live in concert, 3rd of June you're going to be in Bandon at the Music Festival in Cork. 10th of June at the Carlow Arts Festival, and 23rd of June at the Galway Arts Festival as well. And more dates to be announced as well. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah,
We're doing a very secret. You're never going to hear about it. You're never going to go to a gig on the 16th as well.
The 16th.
Can't wait for that gig. Then we'll
Okay,
exactly
no
what
one
time
will
we
know
don't know
about it.
anything
There
about.
might be a couple of
Ladies and
people
gentlemen,
there.
will you please get over the Stripes?
Stripes, everybody.
Will you stay put there? Hold on for 1 second, boy.
So, folks, now it's back over to you people watching at home. You people, what we want you to do is you're in with a chance of winning €1,000 in a brand new game, 1,000 to 1. Check this out.
Check it out.
We picked a number between 1 and 1,000. You have to guess within 20 either side to win. But here's a hint, it's a number from the news.
Graphics department of ours,
Yeah,
they're
no,
going
it's
this week.
really-
It's really
must have
gone.
got a freelance
they
guy.
really
Because
have
he's
done
doing loads of
done the work.
overtime.
All right, let's see who we have got on the line to play 1,000 to 1. Caller, are you there?
Hello.
Come in, caller. Hey,
Marie, hello
hey.
there.
Hello. Hi, Marie. How are you? Where are you this evening, my love?
I'm in Clondalkin.
She's in Clondalkin. All right.
Clondalkin.
Marie, if you won €1,000, what would you do with the money?
Oh, go out and buy ice.
You'd fight who?
She'd fight who?
What? You'd fight somebody?
Well, just to prove that we have money, Marie, this is what's up for grabs.
€500
Loads of
right there.
filthy
That's
lucre.
not-
Look at that.
That's stop laughing. That's not fake money. Stop laughing.
I keep saying we should get that in
Yeah.
fives. It'd be more impressive.
So, Marie, you know exactly what you have to do. A number between 1 and 1,000. So, what is your number this evening?
7.
Which? 7?
7. We've had this before.
I was going to say 7.
You were
going to say 7 as well, matching the
Sorry,
number.
I was
Well,
gonna say 7.
let's see if the number, if you get...
Before we do, look, if you want to go 7, will we go 20? Because you see 20 either side, and we want to give you the best possible chance. And we don't do negative numbers.
no
So, Marie,
minus
we're going to give you as
numbers. It's
much
not
chance
allowed.
as possible. We don't know what's in here. This isn't on us. And we'd love you to win the money, all right? So we're going to say 20.
20.
All right, here we go. If
Here's
this
the number.
is 20 either side of 20, you're going to €1,000. Marie, it's the number of albums in hundreds of thousands that Harry Styles has sold this week. And I can tell you, the number in this week's 1,000 to 1 is... It's 265.
Oh, just slightly off.
Marie, I can
7
tell you,
was a good
listen,
guess.
I'm sorry to hear that. We will send you out a Dove Men Plus Care care package, and you can give that to whoever you like, all right?
That about wraps it up for us this week.
Hard luck, Marie.
We do have, well, you're up. We do have some alternative exam advice coming up for everybody. But first of all, I want to say a big thank you to the Strypes. Big round of applause for the Strypes. For Mr. Jamie Duff as well, to Cayman Power and Joe Gorman, who joined us in studio, the Shift lads, and of course, Dove Men Plus Care.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we'll be back next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Thank you to you for watching. Thanks to the audience here as well. Sports Show Live will be on tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. on Joe. We have got Paul Galvin. We have got Stephen Ferris, and Stephen Ferris's muscles are also going to be on display
Arms
as
about
well.
that big.
Thanks so much, and we'll leave you with this. Good
See you
luck.
later.
Bye-bye.
Don't be that dose during exams. Don't tell us you're not prepared for your exam. You get an A+ every time. Hey, why are you asking for more paper already? I only finished writing my exam number. Hey, that's a nasty little cough you've got there. Are you gonna cough the whole way through the exam? Wow, you've all the gear. A compass, protractor, very useful for this history exam. And finally, do pour syrup all over your papers because it's just pure waffle.